name is Jennifer Miller, PhD. I'm here as a concerned parent, but I'm also a psychologist, so I'm speaking to that. Since I'm supposed to start by identifying specific standards and objectives, I will start with all three of the kindergarten civil rights standards on page 16. As a psychologist, I'm telling you, it is perilous to the development of 5-year-olds to be trained to identify and classify themselves and their classmates by immutable traits, such as race and gender. Especially because these children possess the cognitive limitations of concrete thinking, centration, and transductive reasoning. That is unless it is your goal to intentionally exploit those cognitive limitations.
It must be.
In order to brainwash them into a worldview that does exactly those things.
It sure must be.
Classifies everyone according to their demographic traits, under the guise of celebrating diversity, only to then leverage that information to push for inclusion or unity, which is really about implementing new systems in order to force controlled outcomes, also known as equity. It is the worldview of critical race theory, which Dr. Carrie Wright recently said is not being taught in Mississippi schools. Now, technically, she's correct, because CRT is not something you teach, it is something you do. It is something you implement, and it's been implemented all throughout these social studies standards. So while Mississippi schools may not teach lessons on CRT, they might not teach a CRT curriculum, they are certainly teaching their lessons filtered through the lens of CRT. The civil rights strand on page 10, it alone debunks the claim that CRT isn't in our schools. It is also misleading, if not outright false in its claims. Because I read the statute for myself, and while it does require the MDE to consider advice from the Mississippi Civil Rights Education Commission, nowhere in that statute does it require, quote, a focused and meaningful exploration of past and present civil rights issues. I agree with everybody who's spoken before me. We need to focus on history and learning from our past. Here's my concern. When you talk about present civil rights issues, who defines those?
That's right.
Require our children to understand and appreciate, whatever that word means, social justice, power relations, diversity. Now let me pause right there, because those three terms alone are key CRT concepts. How can you deny that they're in our standards? And again, nowhere does the statute require students to have a working knowledge of the tactics used by civil rights activists, including demonstrations, resistance, organizing, and collective action. My question is, are you trying to train our children to join Antifa?
There you go.
What exactly does that mean?
She said it.
Now, you required us to come in and pick at specific standards, but the issue is much broader than